Alright guys, we're going to take a look at assignment 1.7. Now there are two assignment types that you may be asked to submit to. The first one that you've already submitted to is your classic assignment here, has this icon with a pencil and paper, but there's also what's called a Turnitin assignment, labeled here with a little different icon. Many of the steps are the same, but there are a few differences. So we're going to take a look at that now. So let's click on assignment 1.7. We will then be taken to the submissions page. There is a user agreement for Turnitin that we have to click on initially. You will only have to click on this for the very first Turnitin assignment you submit, which is now. Once you click on this, an account will be created for you through the Turnitin system, and you'll never have to click on this little disclaimer again. Now below that we have a submission tab and also a second attempt tab. Below that, this is the title of our paper or assignment, the start date, the due date, and then how many points are available for this particular assignment. Below that is the summary or instruction. In this case, we are going to submit the paper that you wrote in task 5. Alright, so let's go ahead and click on the user agreement. And once we click on this, we'll have this little pop-up and we'll need to click on I agree. The agreement will then be accepted, and then the page will essentially refresh. Once the page refreshes, we see now we have this submit paper link. So in order to submit the paper, just simply click on the submit paper link. Once we click on that, we need to add a title to our submission, and then search our computer by clicking on add, or you can also drag and drop your file right into this box here. Once you select that, you want to click on Upload a File, and then select Browse. This will bring up a window then to your computer, and then you're just going to want to search the computer. And on this for this particular assignment, I'm going to go ahead and I'm in my desktop here. I'm going to select this paper and select Upload this file. Alright, at this point, we have a little disclaimer here that we need to check. So this is a required field, otherwise we cannot submit. So go ahead and put a tick mark in that box. Basically, this is agreeing or confirming that this is our own work or your own work, that it isn't just copied and pasted information. After we select or add that check mark into that box there, we're going to click Add Submission. Then it's going to upload it to the Turnitin system. And once uploaded, you will receive this digital receipt. So on the top right corner, we can close the digital receipt here, and then that'll turn us back to the submission page, which will automatically refresh. So here we can see the digital receipt. We can go back to that. We could click on this and pull up the actual document that we submitted, and then some other information as far as when we submitted it. Now there's this similarity column. Typically, it's going to show pending right after you submit the assignment. However, if we go ahead and refresh the page by clicking this here, usually it just takes a few seconds to a few minutes for this similarity or pending to finish. What it does is it checks your paper against the web and many resources within the web to see if you have borrowed information. Now in this case, this is 100% borrowed, which is bad. You want this number to be as low as possible. In this case, I'm going to have to rewrite or fix this paper because it has to be under 40%. That is the Vista School policy for similarity or plagiarism. So we want to make sure, again, this is below 40%. So in this case, what I would do is go to my second attempt here. I'm going to go ahead and click on that tab and then select Submit Paper and go through the same steps I did previously to submit the second attempt. And now we can see that the similarity is now 31%. Again, it's below 40, a little higher than I would like still, but again, it's got to be below 40%. Immediately after submitting your paper, you can click on the submission title and a grade marker page will appear. This is the paper that has been submitted. And you can click on Originality over here on the left-hand side, and it will show you what sources this information came from, and the percentage that came from each source, and then together what the similarity percentage is. So in this case, what you want to do is you want to get this number as low as possible. Here, by selecting grade mark, you can check any comments or feedback that your instructor has given. Once your instructor has graded your Turnitin paper, you'll see your grade in one of three places. Number 1, right inside the paper itself. Number 2, if we close this tab down, we'll also see it in the submissions page, located right in this column here, and finally in the gradebook.